Well, I'm on the farm today. The creek has calmed down from the rain aftermath of Hurricane Helene, and still just a little bit cloudy out in there, but it's much better than it was. So I thought I'd do a hay update video for October 2024. And we spent a lot of time the last several videos with this John Deere round baler. I feel like it's ready to go, and but what I need to do is I need to take the 5055D John Deere, and I want to kind of scout my hay fields. And the reason I want to do that is because we're getting ready to dive into the hay as hard as we can and knock this out for 2024. So we have an unprecedented forecast for this neck of the woods. 10 days, sunny skies, 0% chance of rain. And temperatures in the mid 70s, maybe the upper 60s for the highs a couple of days. But the time is now to make hay. And I wanted to start with this east field. You know, we cut this thing. It's been, well, let's see, 3 days shy of 30 days. And this field has come roaring back. And so I'm going to give it several days to, with the sun. We've had the rain from Helene, the hurricane. And but it's sunny skies for the next 10 days, if you believe the weather guessers. And so I feel like I want to let this grow for probably another 3, 4, 5 days. Maybe I might get an inch of growth. I'll take what I can get, but I'm inclined to cut this grass again. I mean, look at this. This is just incredible. Now it is thinner over in the middle. I don't know why on the ends, that side and this side, it's always thicker and heavier. But one of the things that's helping here, especially in some of the thinner parts, is, if you recall, I had a video late summer where I took a chance and I sowed in some teff grass. Well, apparently when I took this cut almost 30 days ago, I was skeptical about the growth of the teff grass in this hay, but apparently that stuff came to life. And especially up there on the upper side, and in some places you can almost see a little different color hue here and there where there are patches where that stuff was able to take hold and grow. And so I don't know how I don't know how I could ignore this field. I feel like I need to cut it, but and this will be square bales. This will be ultra clean horse quality square bales of hay. So the next thing up is I want to go up on the hill and see what the hay looks like up there. And what I'm trying to do is to make a judgment call on whether or not I should make a square bale or a round bale out of it. Right there is a tree that fell. I'm sure the winds from Helene brought it down, and a limb across the road. I have to clear that out. I cleared another one out earlier I'll have to get after that. So I always cut this little spot right in here. This doesn't look too bad. And then a little section down through here. Now this is going to be second cutting hay. This is not going to be first, third or fourth cutting, so there is some growth in here. But really what I want to see is what's up there on the hill. So up here on this high ground, I mean, it's looking pretty good. It's thick. I got some of this purple top in here. Not much I can do about that, but what I'm not seeing is foxtail and horse nettle everywhere. So my first cutting kind of cleaned up a lot of that, if not all of it. So this will definitely be horse quality hay, and I'm just kind of thinking everything on this hill, even that little patch down there, probably ought to go into square bales. And may not get as much for the bale because of this stuff, but it'll be a lot better than a round bale. So let me mosey back down and we'll check out a couple other fields. Before we make it all the way off the hill, I thought I'd just ride around the perimeter of this little spot. I always try to keep it cut. And you know, I sprayed these fields and really cleaned them up. And then, you know, my first cutting took a lot of the crap that was in here out of it. I don't know if I like this stuff, but there's definitely some volume in here, I guess is what I'm saying. I'll decide if I want to bale this or not. Kind of surprised to see some of that, but I wouldn't want that to go into a horse quality hay. But we'll see. So this little spot right here is really part of our west field, which is down below that kind of dip. This was never cut. We had an event up here and it was kind of, they wanted it for a backdrop, so I didn't cut it. Figured I could roll it into cow hay. It's got a lot of horse nettle in it, or I say a lot. It's got a lot of foxtail in it. It's got some horse nettle, but what it's really got is a lot of undergrowth. And so I should get some volume out of here for cow and goat hay. And what I'll do is I'll just motor down over this and we'll take a look and see at this west field. So again, this west field, I believe, is going to be round bales. And it started coming back with some foxtail in it. There's some right there. And I sprayed the field. It's cleaned up pretty good. Again, this red top that you see in here, I don't like that. But probability is this will be round bales. And it all depends on if I can get my round baler to work. So should have some pretty good volume out of here. I overseeded all of my fields with the teff grass. I think some places it's come up, some places it hadn't. I didn't put it down that heavy. Just kind of hoping it would fill in. And this used to be a great Timothy field. And I grew Claire Timothy in here, and it was as good as it gets. One of these days I'd like to put it back. I will cut this at a high stubble, and I'm seeing some foxtail in here. I don't think this is suitable horse hay, but cow and goat hay for sure. So the next field that has potential for horse quality hay is this field right here, this low ground. And however, when we have torrential rains, sometimes it holds a little water down in here, and I need to get down there and see if it's puddled up or still puddled up. I can get hay out in here. I'm just not sure, like down between that tree and right through there. So I got to take a look-see at it. So again, I've sprayed all this and it's cleaned up fairly well. I'm not seeing any water standing, so that's a good thing. But I am seeing some places down along the edge where there's some foxtail. So it might be that this end of the field goes into round bales, which is fine with me. This was a great Timothy field too, and I think in part because it's somewhat shaded from the sun, bearing down on it until it sets up there. You can see the sun right there, but it's always produced a good field of Timothy, even though the Timothy's kind of, to a lot of extent, died out. But I'm not crazy about all the leaves down in here as far as horse quality hay. And you know, I'm looking for something a little cleaner than that to sell to horse people. Out in the middle, it doesn't look too bad. I might be able to get some squares out of the center and then round bale the rest. But I'll cut it all at the same time. Alright, so that's the hay update video for October. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this and try to round bale it first. See how my round baler does. If it does okay, there's a good chance I'll round bale down in that field. Just looking at it, I think it would be okay in squares, you know, for goat customers in particular. But I just am going to take it a day at a time and see how it goes. But certainly this west field is going to get whacked today. So stay tuned, more videos coming. Hay in 2024 is not over yet.